it is a Huxley world, um, but there's also a authoritarianism that arises in this, but it's not from directly from the government. It's you need to act one way or the other. You need to be. I keep going back because I did some political psychology to the whole in group out group dynamic. I mean, this is just perfectly that. Uh, and we have to think for ourselves, and that's what I keep getting back to. People are not thinking for themselves, and people who claim to be free thinkers are clearly are not. I think part of the problem is also as our lack of religious faith has dwindled. People are looking for meaning. It's a search for meaning, and they're looking for meaning in politics now. And so then, who are the two religions? And that's why it's become sectarian. The Democratic Party, Republican Party, they're giving you, this is what you're supposed to believe, and join us, and we will win. That's the other part. Join us in the struggle. Be part of it, and that's what people are choosing over having a faith in God. And again, I often think about myself and think I'm a very I'm an Orthodox Catholic, but I also am very much someone who challenges myself all the time in thinking about what the church teaches. But the church doesn't, Catholic Church does not say not to do that. But it is, in more and more, I've spent more time trying to understand my faith, and it is in really diving into in trying to better understand the teachings of the church that I learn so much more. And I think I'm receiving, just from a purely faith angle in my religious faith, I'm receiving very much a liberal arts education in my faith, in that it's helping me to think through teachings that I find challenging and better understand them. And I think in general, this is what we all need to be doing with our lives in figuring out our lives and what we believe, in finding meaning, and understanding that we are not the first humans to be thinking this way. Again, I get back to that arrogance of people thinking, oh, I'm the first person to be feeling this or thinking this, and I'm going to try to understand the world without ever reading, hearing anyone else. And I accept that there are a lot of people who have come before me, many of whom were smarter than me, and we've built up through the years a lot of good things, that ideas, belief in philosophy. Knowing history makes a big difference, in knowing that having experience and understanding this isn't the first time that anyone has experienced something like this. That all is something that I know shapes me in what I'm thinking. And I believe, getting back to the question about, in a democracy, in a republic, the people, I think a lot of the representatives, many of them, I'm not sure how many of them, understanding what many of them would like to think for themselves. They feel constrained by what the parties have become, and the influence that these organizations, outside organizations have, interest groups have on the parties, and are very constraining. I think in general, a lot of Americans just are not being educated in a way, and taught to really think critically. And certainly, the less and less we engage with people who think differently than us, the less educated we're going to be.